Jack, just Torch was talking a little bit about how much a win like that can mean to a team, especially when so many other things have been taken away from you. Do you get more out of a win when you guys aren't able to have some of the other stuff, some of the other camaraderie that goes along with a normal season? Do you enjoy more of that in the room with one another and that type of thing?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to win in this league, and when you can do it, even the prior team I was on, it's exciting. I mean, it's what you get paid for. It's your job, and when you win, it definitely brings the guys a little bit closer. But it's something that we got to stay even keel with and figure out how to do it on a nightly basis.
Is it magnified though in this weird year where everything's different?
Maybe in the shortened season, definitely magnified a little bit there, but no, I mean, like I said, it's pretty, it's your job. It's what the team needs to do on a nightly basis to, reach the ultimate goal. So I guess, it's great. Yeah. I mean, the guys were happy today, but like I said, games are so quick now that we don't have much time to even blink. So it's one of those things that we just got to keep the ball rolling.
Thanks, Jeff.
Next, we'll go to Jeff Svoboda. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Todd. Jack, I think when you came here, one of the storylines was the excitement and the possibility of kind of having increased role, a new role. And for you so far has meant basically first line center with some pretty good players. Just how do you think that's kind of going so far? And do you think you've made that transition to that role pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great job to have there to help the team, win games on a nightly basis. Still learning a little bit. I don't really love to say that, but you're always trying to get better, always trying to improve. But yeah, I think we've done a good job as a line. Cam's been scoring a lot, Patty's been scoring a lot, and at the end of the day, if we can keep pucks out of our nets and do that, then that's really our job. So I think we've been good together, and hopefully we can keep on going and create some success for the team and for the guys around us in the dressing room.
It's got to be fun to play with those guys because you've got good options there. Whoever you're passing the puck to has a pretty good chance of putting the puck in the net. I mean, does that just give confidence to you as things kind of go on?
Yeah, I mean, whoever you're playing with. I mean, granted, those two guys, I'd put as some of the best scorers in the whole league. So it's definitely a good chance that it's going to go in the net when you give it to them. But it's my job to make that right pass, make the perfect pass, and give them a good chance, and do the dirty things that I need to do to help them improve and help them do the job that we need to do.
I must admit, I didn't get a chance to watch a ton of Winnipeg over the last couple of years, so I don't know how much center you had played there. Is it something, just looking at kind of the face-off numbers and stuff, was it something you did a little bit, but not a lot?
Yeah, no, I didn't really play much in the middle, but in the American League, I was playing a lot in the center, trying to get the game down. So I'm pretty familiar with it at the pro level a little bit, but yeah, it's just little details, as face-offs, and just being a little bit louder of a voice in the D zone, and really just taking control of my line and the two wingers, and really keeping us together and keeping us working well.
I was going to ask about the D zone, is defensive zone. Is that the biggest thing where there's so many little things I have to imagine that go into playing in that part of the ice? I mean, is that just the biggest thing you kind of have to learn as you go?
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job of it. Our whole D core, whoever out there with, does a really good job of communicating, and our wingers know their job pretty well. So it's just me to read off of them and kind of be the quarterback in the D zone, so we can get out and play in the zone that we all want to play in.
Next with Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Porty.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Jack. You mentioned faceoffs just a second ago. That's obviously a huge responsibility for a top centerman. Riley Nash, I think, just said you guys were out after practice taking some faceoffs. What's the challenge for you on the dot right now, and how much can you get better during a season on something like that?
I wish I could tell you that. I don't know. It's one of those things that you can never really stop working on. It's a craft that I've watched a lot of good guys perfect, and it's a battle. And I almost got to think of it as a 50-50 right off right at the beginning of every shift. So I think it's also been a good thing for me just to kind of get me engaged and get me going. But I know I need to be better. I know maybe if it's communicating with wingers a little bit more, or just bearing down and being a little bit harder. I haven't been good enough. I'll be the first one to tell you that. And it's something that's frustrating because we don't get to start with the puck. And if we get to start with the puck more times than not, I think that we can be even more offensively dangerous.
Yeah. It's such a unique skill too. Like there's no real common line between who's good at it and who isn't. Were you great at it in the AHL level? In other words, is that something you've had success with before?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not usually the one to say, but I just, and it's not an excuse by any stretch, but I think when I get more repetitions in, it'll become more natural. So,
Yeah.
really working hard to focus on it in practice, talking to old teammates, talking to people that I know were and are really good in the draw, really good in the face-off dot, and just trying to learn, trying to become better. And like I said, we can if I can start snapping them back, or giving my wingers the chance to win it back for us, we'll get the puck. And when we have the puck, it's usually it's pretty deadly.
Yeah. Different topic here. And forgetting the fact that you're from here, not even going for the hometown angle, just how much would it mean, Jack? I know they're waiting on word about the ability to get fans, a limited number of fans in the building. How much would it mean to you guys as a team just to have a couple thousand in the building, some voices out there playing for something other than seats and tarps?
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, obviously, we know that they're watching from home, but it is something different when you got people in with the people in the stands and people there physically cheering you on. So it's something that'll bring energy and bring something good to life. And even if it's our fans rooting for us, or fans rooting against us in different rinks, it's always kind of nice to have those people around and just be able to muffle the fake crowd noise that we get right now.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Hedge.
Thanks, Todd. Jack, did you know Michael Delzato at all before you got here?
No,
No.
I knew of him and did not know him personally at all.
How quickly, it seems like you guys have become pretty good friends so far. How quickly did that develop? I mean, we talked to him last week and he said that you were like a little brother.
Yeah, I think all the guys on the team are pretty awesome, but no, I like to speak in the locker room a little bit, as he might have told you. So I think that he likes to just as much as I do. So I don't know if he admitted that or whatever he might have said, but I'm sure it was something along the lines of that. But yeah, no, I mean, he's a guy that you definitely want on your team. He's a guy that brings that energy with no fans in the stands, and brings the energy around the rink. And you might not see it, or you might not know it, but I think he's been a crucial piece to this team, and it's been really fun to enjoy time with him, and be able to have somebody to go back and forth with. So it's been good. And yeah, he's like a big brother, I guess you could say.
I was going to say I mean, you kind of answered it there, but how important is that, and how hard is that in this year where you guys aren't allowed to do stuff you normally do to build chemistry, to be able to have those kind of personalities in the room to try and build some kind of camaraderie?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said it. It's just unfortunate with the year we have right now. You can't go out or see each other outside of the rink, and that would definitely be it's one of those things that is the whole team thing, right? So you don't really get that team thing as much or as consistently. So it's important to, and, we're not really honestly here at the rink a lot, so it's one of those things that you kind of got to find a balance. And when you come to the rink, you got to remember that you're in the NHL, and at the end of the day, there's really no bad days. So come to the rink, good attitude, and have fun, and just be who you are. And it's a dressing room that's pretty open, and there's a lot of great characters in there, and it's something that's been pretty cool and pretty special.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Mark Scheid. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you, Todd. Jack, just Riley Nash is somebody who it seems like he's the elder statesman at center with so many young centers playing right now. Just can you speak to the impact he's had on your group as an overall whole, and maybe the impact he's had on you?
Yeah, I mean, he's super consistent guy. You know what you're going to get out of him every night, and that's very important. And I think he does a really good job setting the tone for the work ethic, and playing the game the right way. So he's been good. Like you said, we're young at center, but I think for him even too, it elevates his game a little bit too, to see these young guys flying around, and I think he's been great. And it's been good to kind of go through this process and go through the whole the whole learning curve with the young guys in Nasher. It's been good, but I hate to use the word youth, but it's a shortened season, and there's no excuses for being young or for trying to learn a position. It's got to be done.